I want to use the T-shirt metaphor too, because before this you were.
As long as yours isn't better than mine.
It will be. Before this, we were talking about the labels and how the labels on these shirts are itchy, and so that label of Christian is also itchy to you when you participate in things that aren't building you up, encouraging you, helping you to be more Christ-like. It's the Holy Spirit, saying, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this. And I'm actually fighting this battle right now. I've been praying, asking the Lord to give me more discipline and more guidance as to how I interact with entertainment and media, because my want is to go home and not do anything but sit and watch funny things that can switch my brain off, and that is my comfort, and so I want to do those things. But then I see how that maybe subtly, maybe overtly changes my identity, and I end up like going in directions that I shouldn't, because I'm more influenced by that than by.
Well, I think talking about identities is funny to me, because Melanie and I spent 17 hours in the car between Sunday night and Tuesday morning. We drove back to Oklahoma, did a funeral, turned around and drove home. And we're on our way home. We've been in the car, I don't know, we'd been in the car for a long time. We stopped at we was on our way to Oklahoma, and we stopped at Poplar Bluff for our first stop. We left after business meeting Sunday night. We're tired. So Poplar Bluff's 2 hours. And we make our first stop, and we purposely stop at a 24-hour convenience store that has good roasted coffees. And we go in, and the clerk goes, oh yeah, we're cleaning the coffee pots, but I'll make you whatever you want. And she goes, okay, well, I want this roasted coffee. This is that's the whole reason we stop at this place. And the manager comes out and goes, nope, we're not making any flavored coffees. We're just going to make the black coffee. And my wife, who's tired and looking a little stressed, she comes over to me and she's like, I'm going to have to go turn my shirt around so I can go talk to that manager, because she's got her Christian T-shirt on. And we look at our identity that way. I got to turn this off, because I got to deal with this situation. And she was being tongue-in-cheek, and we laughed about it. And she finally just said, I'm going to go to the car. You check us out, because I don't even want to go. I'll be sassy to her, And we need to learn. We need to know ourselves. And we need to recognize when that non-Christ follower that's inside of all of us is trying to speak through our lips, and is trying to roll our eyes, and is trying to snap at our spouse. And we need to recognize that and go, I'm rather going to have to turn my shirt around and not identify as a Christian for a minute, or I'm going to have to live up to the identity of a Christ follower and handle this his way, not my way.
You just couldn't let me have the better shirt metaphor, could you?
Well, that was not the T-shirt metaphor.
Again, both of you guys make really great points. Trying to.
What's your T-shirt metaphor? Because we both threw one out there, and
I don't have a T-shirt metaphor. I didn't even put thought into it. You guys are geniuses, and I'm just a simpleton. But both of your points just really stand on their own. I don't need to say a whole lot more. I will say. I can give you an example from my life where I have seen change over time, and I think that several of us might be able to make the same statement, but that is, growing up, I listened to certain kinds of music. I was a teenager, and I wanted to listen to the same things. As a kid, I listened to Christian music.
Did you listen to MC Hammer, too?
That's a little pre...
Oh.
He was too legit.
Predated.
Too legit. He quit.
Yeah, and So I, as I got a little older into the junior high school age, I wanted to listen to things that my friends were listening to, and so that's what I did for several years in my teenage and early 20s. And I don't know if there was ever a conscious decision, but I think just as spiritual development, I started finding myself having less desire to do that. It was less appealing, and now the only reason that I like to listen to any of that stuff really outside of it is honestly for a little bit of nostalgia. I mean, it's like, some songs come on from when you were in the 9th or 10th grade, and you go, oh, I remember this song when I was a kid, and it's fun for that reason. But I don't ever sit around and go, I'm going to break those CDs out and I'm going to listen to them for the next 2 months. No, the appeal has basically gone away. And I'm not special or anything, but I think that's just something that we can develop in ourselves and allow the Lord to develop, is to take away those desires and the appeal of some of those things.
Those shirts have become work clothes, and they're down at the end.
That's
no
right.
longer a prominent.
That's right. They're
Prominent
not
part of
our
wardrobe.
everyday. They're not our everyday normal lifestyle. So
And eventually you go back there and you're like, we can give these to Goodwill because I haven't worn them in years.
yeah.
Let's get a couple more and then before we're done.
So before we get into any more T-shirt analogies, I'm going to close this up, and I'm so glad that you guys joined us. This probably maybe is a little bit longer of a video this week, but I do think that there is good stuff that you can apply to your daily life, to your Christian walk, and so that you can decide, how am I going to face the issue when the guy at work or the girl at work is being a total jerk, and I just want to smart off to him and let him know how I feel. And instead we need to take a step back and say, what am I supposed to do here? What does my spiritual identity dictate that I should do here, rather than saying, what does my fleshly identity want to do? Because we know what the answer is for that one. But sometimes we need to take a step back and say, if I'm going to identify as a Christian, how do I act in this situation? So hope you guys that enjoyed this, share this video, like the video, comment, give us anything. We're just begging you at this point, looking for ideas. We are three wonderful guys, but I don't know that our wells are that deep with many more ideas. Give us something to talk about. We'd love to do an audience funded question. I don't know how to say that because I'm not very smart, but crowdsourced questions. Thank you guys for joining us, and we hope to see you guys on Sunday.